Good morning. What is the biggest gift you have ever received? When we gather together today, I want to hear about them. I bet there's something different about each of them. Did you know that there are some presents so big that nobody notices them? They're so huge that they are hard to see. They are so hard to see that the only way to know that they are there is to go back clear to the beginning, or maybe even a little bit before the beginning. In the beginning, well, there wasn't very much. In the beginning, there was nothing. Except for maybe an enormous smile. But there was no one there to see it. Then, on the first day, God gave us the gift of light, so that there was not just darkness, but there is dark and light. Now, I don't mean just the light of the light bulbs or the lights at night. I don't mean just the light, this light or that light, but I mean all the light that is light. God gave us the gift of light and all that light comes from. And when God saw the light, God said, "It is good." And that was the end of the first day. On the second day, God gave us the gift of water. Now, I don't mean just the water that is the water in the glass or the water in the bathtub or the shower. I don't mean just the water in the river or lake. I don't even mean just the water in the ocean or the water that comes down from the sky in rain. I mean all the water that is water. This is the water that all the rest of water comes from. This is the firmament. It divides the waters above from the waters below. When God saw the water, God said, "It is good." And that was the end of the second day. On the third day, God gave us the gift of dry land. God divided the water and the dry land and gave the gift of all the great green and growing things. When God saw the dry land and the great green growing things, God said, "It is good." And that was the end of the third day. On the fourth day, God gave us the gift of the day and the night. This gave us a way to count our days. The great light that rules the day, the sun, and here are the lights that rule the night, the moon and the stars. When God saw the day and the night and our way to keep time, God said, "It is good." And that was the end of the fourth day. On the fifth day, God gave us the gift of all the creatures that fly in the air. Not just the birds, but all of the creatures that fly, and all of the creatures that swim in the water. All of them. When God saw all of the creatures that fly and all of the creatures that swim, God said, "It is good." And that was the end of the fifth day. On the sixth day, God gave us the gift of all the creatures that walk upon the earth. The creatures that walk upon many legs and the creatures that walk on two legs, like you and me. This was the day when God put God's own image within us. When God saw the creatures that walk with two legs and the creatures that walk with many legs and all of the gifts of all the other days, God said it was good. It was very good. And that was the end of the 6th day. On the 7th day, God rested and gave us all a gift of a day to rest and to remember the great gifts of all the other days. There's nothing here because people go to different places to remember the great gifts. You can imagine something there to show you your favorite place to remember. It might be your backyard, by a tree, or in a church, or even in your room. It might be in the mountains, or by the ocean, or a lake. I don't know where your place is. Only you know. What I know is that this day is so special that sometimes Jewish people mark it with 2 special candles. And Christian people mark it with a cross. Now, I wonder, which of these days do you like best? I wonder, which day is the most important one? I wonder which of these days we are in, or which of these days is especially about you. I wonder if we could leave any of these days out and still have all of the days that we need. I wonder.